Okay, so we start in the key of G, so the 3rd fret. That's 1 major, just 2 minor, there's 3 minor, 4 is here, major, 5 is here, major, and then 6 is here. So I take that 1 chord, maybe do a 6, maybe do a 4, and a 5. That's a chord progression that starts on 1. If I record that, let's try that here, I'll loop it. Okay, over that, I started it on 1, so I can start my scale on 1. That's in the middle finger here. So, play the scale and do my little... Go to the next string, 1, 2, here I got a 3. I also have a 5 on that string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can have... So that's the first 2 strings. Now I have ring fingerings. On that string, I have my pinky on the 1. Do all the... Next string, that's a 3 there in the ring fingering. So I can take any of those. Here's my 1, here's my 3, here's my 5, here's another 1, here's a 3, and do those little moves. So, I was in the key of G, I was starting on 1. So I started my scale on 1. I put my number 1 on that 1 and played the scale where it is in the rotating pattern. And I just landed on the chord tones, 1, 3, and 5. I'm going to do a different chord progression. Let's say I start on 2. Here's 1, here's 2. Let's just do a 2 and a 5. So here's my 1, here's my 2, 2 minor, here's my 3, here's my 4, here's my 5. I'm going to do that 2 and 5. Let's get that recorded. So okay, so now I'm starting on 2. Find the number 2 and put the 2 in my scale there. So I can put my pointer finger on that 2 and play the scale here. So here's my 2 in the scale rotating patterns. Oddball, 2 middles, and 2 rings. And I'll land on that 2 as my chord tone. That always sounds good. So on my 2, skip a note, go to my 4. That was a 4. 2, 3, 4. Skip my 5, go to 6. Do all that exercise there. And go back to a 2 here. And my pinky on the 4th string. Then here's my 2, skip a 3, go to 4. 4, skip my 5, go to my 6. And then back to a 2 on this string. And of course I could also do that 4 on that string. And I just do that on every string. Everything I'm doing there is really straight from those exercises. Okay, so let's do another one. Same key, starting in G. So let's do a 3 now. So I'm going to make a chord progression starting on 3. Minor 3, go up to a 4. Minor 3, then you go down to a 2. Never even going to hit 1. Just going to do this 3, 4, and then 2. Starting on 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, and 2. So I get that recorded. So now I'm going to take my number 3 and put my 3 in the scale there. So here's a 3. That's a little loud. Let me do it again. So what I'm doing here is 3, 3, and 2. And again, since we start on a 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm starting the scale on that 3, finding the 3 in the rotating pattern and putting it on that 3 here. So that gives me, if I start with that pointer finger 3, I got a pointer in middle of pinky. The next 2 strings are the pointer ring pinky, and I got the oddball, and then back to pointer, 2 pointer middle pinkies. So so what I get here again, here's my 3, 7th fret. So I have 7, 8, and 10. That's my middle fingering, where the 3 starts. Next string, 3, 4, 5, and then I have the ring fingers. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on this string I want to land on 3. Next string, and actually on this string I have a 5. 3, skip to 4, go to 5. Next string I got a 7. And here I got a 3. 3, 4, next string I got a 5. Then I got a 7 here. 7. 1, 2. Here's my next 3. And then I also have a There's a 3, 4, and there's another 5 there. There I ended on a 5. Let's do another one. Start on 4 now. So here's your 1 chord. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Okay, so let's take a 4 and a 5. I do that recorded. So I'm doing 4 chord and a 5 chord in the key of G. So there's my number 4. I'm going to start number 4 on that note. You can start that on a middle finger there. And then I'm going to go up to my ring fingers. So what that does on the string, find my 4. Again, we're 4 in the chord progression, so 4 in the scale. Put that number 4 in the middle finger on that 4 chord, and do all the exercises. Count up to the next string, 4, 5, then 6. Skip every other one. So here's my 6. This is Lydian. I'm not even thinking about the names. I'm just going for 4, and then I'm going for the next alternate note, the 6. And then here's 6, 7, and back to 1. 6, 7, 8, same as 1. Can land there on Lydian. There's another 4 there. Practice the. We can go down from there. There's my oddball, second string. So here's my 4, 5, 6. I can get my 6. Oddball, 6, 7, 1. So that was all starting on the notes, 4, then 6, and then 8, which is 1. Cool. So if we start on 5 now, let's take a 5, 4, and 1. Cool. I'm starting on 5. All right, 5. And going to 4, and then going to 1. And then 5. we could do that like this. Maybe a 5, a 4, a 1, and a 2. So we'll start on this 5, 4, 1, minor 2. Go back to 5, 4. So we started that on 5. So I'm going to go to my 5 and treat that as 5 in the scale. So on an oddball, for example. So again, I'm finding my 5 there. Here's my 5 and 6. Next string, 2 middles. Shift back up on the second string, 2 rings. So I can do this on the next string, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then 5, 6. Let's see, we had 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. And then the next string, we got the. So. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 again. 6, 7. So again, I'm starting on 7, going away, coming back, going away, coming back. 7, 1, here's my 2, 3, and 4. So I can get a 7, 1, 2 here. And what I'm trying to do is land on those tones, the ones we practice. Let's do another one. Start on 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Starting my minor chord progression on 6. So a 6 and a 4, maybe a 1 and a 5. So here's 6. 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, 5. Start my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And put the number 6 in the rotating pattern on that. So we're on 6. So we have. I can do the same thing. 6, 7, 1. 6, 7, 1. Here's my 2 and here's my 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back to 6, 6. We're looking for a 6, 1, 2, or 3. And by the way, it's here. You're in the pointer finger. That's the 6, 7, 1. Here's a 2, 3, 4. And then we have an oddball. Then we have a couple middles. So we start on that 5th string. On the 7th fret, it's 7, 9, 10. 7, 9, 10. Middles. Or I'm sorry, oddball. Then middles. And on this string, we have another middle. My fingers truly run through that without even thinking because they're so used to going. Now what we do is start on the 6 and do all the exercise notes. Then we go up to the 7, 1, skip a note, 6, 7, 1. All the exercise notes. Then you skip 2, go to 3. I have a 3, a 4, a 5, and here's the next 6. A 7 and 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I got a 3. Stopping on all those notes. That's it. Those are all the modes that we're going to do. 1 is Ionian, 2 is Dorian, but notice that none of those points I really have to use the names. If we're starting on 1, it's Ionian, but I just start a chord progression on 1 and I play the scale on that note starting on the number 1 in the scale. If I go to 2, find that number 2 and find the number 2 in the scale, put it on there. If I go to number 3, find that number 3 and find number 3 in the rotating pattern, pop it on the 3, and everything lays itself out from there. And then if I'm starting my chord progression at 4, take any numbers from the Roman numerals, start on 4, and you can start your scale on that note on 4. And then 5, same thing, 6, same thing. So I'd start my 6 here and I'd find the number 6 in the scale and play the notes as they lay out in the rotating pattern there. And then practice all of the exercises. That'll give you a home base no matter what you're doing. If you can play those, no matter what you do, it's going to sound good. Go to this one. It's going to sound good. Go to this next one. That's going to sound good. You can do anything you want. It's going to sound good. No matter what you do. Always going to sound good if you find those notes against a chord progression that starts on 6. Do it again. Here's 6. course, I'm, playing a lot of moves, but my main thought to really make those moves work is to land on those tones. And the tones you need to choose are the ones that are outlined by the chord you start on. So you start on a 1, you play the numbers 1, 3, 5. You start on a 6, you play 6, 8, and 10, which is 6, 1, and 2. I'm sorry, 6, 1, and 3. You start on a 3, you play a 3, a 5, and a 7. So you choose some chords out of a key, go to any key, and you can do this in any key. Start on any fret, play a 1, a 4, and a 5, a minor 2, a minor 3, and a minor 6, and mix them up however you can, however you want. Whatever chord you start on, you put the number in the scale, anywhere in that scale, on that starting number. You start the chord progression on 3, you take the number 3 and you start playing the scale there, on the number 3. You start the chord progression on 1, you find that number 1 that you started the chord progression on, you put the number 1 in the scale there. And then you try and land on, you practice your exercises to land on the target tones. So if you start on 1, those target tones are the alternates 1, 3, and 5. And you do your, on each string, you take your note, go away, and come back. Go away to the other note, come back. Go away to a slide, come back. Go away to another slide, and come back. That's all the exercises for every string. If you can do that, your melodies will sound good. So hopefully that clears up confusion.